game over, man. It's game over.
It's Monday, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means? You know what that means.
It's time for the home decorating show.
No, Peter, that's not what it
means. That's later this evening.
It is Movie Monday.
Yes.
Here at the Local Celebrity Show with your host, local celebrity Sheldon Demke.
How are you, Sheldon?
I'm doing great, Peter. How are you?
Good.
I had a great weekend.
Did you? Well,
no.
I'm glad one of us did.
No, it was kind of boring.
No.
No, it was a great weekend, Peter.
As every weekend in the life of a local celebrity should be.
Every Monday from noon to 1, Peter and I talk about movies.
Yes.
That's what the Local Celebrity Show is about, and that's why.
That's how we roll.
That's why local celebrity Sheldon Demke hosts the Local Celebrity Show.
That worked out beautifully, didn't it?
Who else would do
Yeah,
this?
yeah, we had a hell of a time finding somebody else called Sheldon Demke.
It's hard to find a local celebrity, and when you do, they don't want to host a show.
No. There's no money in this.
No money. You know, we had a great weekend. I took you to a movie, Peter.
Yes, we did. We went to see Gone Girl.
We went to Gone Girl.
Wow, I'm still recovering.
Gone Girl.
Fantastic.
Did you guys see Gone Girl yet? Gone Girl. It's Ben Affleck stars in this David Fincher film.
Yes, David Fincher at his finest.
And as we know, Batman's coming out soon, starring Ben Affleck. Isn't he going to be the greatest Batman ever?
Oh, he's gonna stick up the joint like 6-week-old fish. I'm telling you right now. This will give him some credibility for a while because he gives a really good performance in this. It's a stellar movie, very, very, very dark.
Oh, Gone Girl, yes.
Yeah, but he should ride the wave until Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
I wonder if Ben Affleck is going to do the voice. You know?
Yeah, you've got to do the Batman growl, haven't you?
I wonder if, it's made famous by Christian Bale.
He's probably smoking several packs of cigarettes a day.
I'm sure.
Knocking back the whiskey to get that raspy.
Oh, man.
I'm Batman.
Blame the plane. Blame me for everything. That's what I do, because I'm Batman. I'm very, very interested to see what his Batman looks like.
Yeah,
and sounds like.
I'm sure if the movie tanks, he can bounce back with a Jersey girl too.
I have no doubt.
I'm hoping my letter writing campaign will pay off.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah.
But Gone Girl.
Yes.
By David Fincher.
Yes.
Excellent film.
Fantastic.
Excellent filmmaker.
Very, very. It's jet black. Don't take the kids.
Don't take the kids.
Or your mother. But fantastic stuff. I've been a fan of David Fincher for a long, long time.
Yes.
And it's good to see. He's really been on a roll, with the Social Network and Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And
Fight Club, shall we say?
Fight Club.
It's one of the
story
lesser-known David Fincher films.
And I'll tell you, I was thoroughly impressed with the British Rose that is Rosamund Pike.
Wasn't she fantastic?
Never been better. I think this is Oscar nomination worthy performance on her part.
Yes. Rosamund Pike, she blew it out of the water.
She did. She was fantastic.
Every scene she was in, she owned.
She did.
She was really good, and you know what? She's a wonderful looking woman, but she's done some stinkers in the past.
She has. Yeah.
Clash of the Titans, Wrath of the Titans,
Resurrection of the Titans, Return of the Titans, Doom. I still haven't quite forgiven her for the Doom movie.
Nobody has.
But this almost, makes up for it.
Yeah, I think Rosamund Pike, she owned it. She was great.
And even Doogie Howser himself,
I was waiting for you
Patrick
to say that.
Harris, steps up to the plate.
And Doogie Howser was very, very low key in this film.
He was. He underplayed it beautifully.
Which
he plays,
is great, because when you see TV shows like How I Met Your Mother, he's very out there. He's very just all over the place.
And I'm not going to spoil anything, but he has a scene.
Oh boy.
That was one of the most intense.
Will shake you.
It will rattle you to the core.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that scene was. Woo. I still ponder that scene. But he was very low key. I mean, I don't know how Fincher says, you know what? Get Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
That's who I need.
I want to be in that meeting. Yeah. Who do we need for this part? Doogie Howser.
But Ben Affleck did a great job.
He was good. I've got to say, he was good.
It was very well directed. It's a long movie.
It is. It's about 2.5 hours long, so go to the bathroom beforehand.
Yes, please. It's a long one.
It is.
And the movie.
But I was transfixed.
Yes.
I was thoroughly transfixed the whole way through, and I was not familiar with the best-selling novel on which the screenplay is based. The screenplay is written by the author herself.
Gillian Flynn.
And the movie has a snap of the tail about 2/3 of the way through that took me thoroughly by surprise and takes things in a somewhat...
Yeah, I thought I knew where things were going.
Yeah.
And when it takes kind of a turn, you're like, you know what, I am digging this.
I got to admit, at first, they were losing me.
Yeah.
With the turn initially.
There's a bit of a slump towards the middle.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, all right, let's get on with it.
But then I refilled my popcorn bucket. And
Doogie Howser shows up.
Doogie Howser.
Crazy. They go to White Castle. It's just
he
wonderful.
starts taking people's temperatures all of a sudden, and hilarity ensues.
It's pretty fantastic.
It is.
But hey, Peter, we've got a wonderful show.
We do. We have a heck of a show.
For the audience today.
Yes.
All 6 of you listening.
And we thank all 6. Yes.
We have some wonderful guests in the studio right now with us. We have Inti Chabert is here. Thank you very much.
Well done, sir.
Thank
well
you,
done.
Inti Chabert.
Yeah.
And we have Christian Navarrette. Also here today. Yes. I'm working on my accents. And they're both here. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
That was great. That was very spicy.
Thank you.
That was a spicy meatball.
You have a spicy name. What can I say?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here. You guys are taking part of the Guerrilla Film Competition. Is that correct?
That is correct, and we're very excited to do that.
What is the Guerrilla Film Competition, Peter?
It is the 23rd Guerrilla Film Fest. Where,
I think they've done 23 of these.
23
Isn't
of
that
these
crazy?
since 2005.
Yeah.
And last Wednesday, we had the theme reveal.
Yes, which is always a good time.
And this year's theme, which I like to call the story of my life, Unlucky.
Unlucky is the theme.
Unlucky.
A wonderful Adam Mast puts these on every year, 3 times a year. And he puts a lot of work into it, and to bring these filmmakers together, and it's just fantastic.
And we had some new faces this year. People from out of town were in St. George.
We got some new, some filmmakers that I didn't even recognize.
There was a youngling.
There's always younglings that show up. But we've got some young filmmakers coming in. I think it's going to be. I'm very excited for this year.
Yes.
And we also there's props. You have to use one of the following.
Certain motifs have to be included.
A mirror.
A black cat.
A black cat.
So I have spray painted my cat.
A ladder and the number 13.
Yes.
One of those needs to take place or make an appearance in your movie.
In the film.
And in the film, yes.
Yeah.
So
all of them? Can you have all of them in there? Or?
Yes, you can if you're an overachiever.
That's never been my problem.
Are you an overachiever, Christian?
We're going to try to at least do most of those. I don't know.
Really?
We'll try to get one in there at least, so that we can be in the film festival.
We don't want to work with animals so much, even though they work with me all the time.
Don't talk about your kids that way.
I usually do. I'm like, pets are not allowed. And he always looks down at me all sad.
Oh, your poor kids. So do you have something written up now?
We do. We actually have about 5 different things we're juggling and trying to see which one's the best.
Wow, you are an overachiever.
Yes, we have a lot of ideas.
5 already.
We have a lot of ideas, but not too many finished products. So, I mean, we're overachievers on paper.
That's funny because I was just talking to Sean Lebrecht yesterday, and he pitched me something like yesterday, and then in today's like, scratch that, we're gonna do something else, and then I think he's on his 3rd idea. He's like, scratch that too. I got something else. So.
Usually when it comes out of my mouth and I hear it, and I'm like, you know what? Forget it. No, that sounds terrible. Even though that sounds great. No, I've got something better. I promise.
Filmmakers are just a fountain of ideas.
Same with Inti.
Yeah, we're on our 5th draft for a script right now, and pretty much it sounds great in your head until you put it on paper, and then you have too many problems to work with. So, but I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am. I always judge the pitch. I mean, you can write all you want, but if your pitch is good, and you can convince yourself that it's going to be a good film, and I'm pretty good at pitches. Sometimes even Sean will hand me a piece of paper, pitch this to me, and see if it's any good.
I don't trust myself. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm better at talking myself out of my ideas. I'm like, that was terrible.
Exactly.
I can do better.
I'm sure Inti talks you out of a lot of things. So.
No, I talk him into a lot of things, actually.
Yeah, he actually talks me into. He's like, no, that was good, bro. That was good. I'm like, no, I've got this. He's like, that is good too. That is good too. I'm like, what? I've also got this. That's also good. It's like, what the hell?
I also talk like that.
It's really high pitched when he's really happy.
Yeah, that sounds good.
He puts the high in pitch.
All right, we're going to put 10 seconds on the clock and see how many movies you can name that you've done. All right, you guys ready? Okay, here we go. And action.
You're always on my mind.
Carved.
This could be your roommate.
5, 4, 3,
Sweets for the sweet.
1.
That was terrible. How many was that? 4? You guys don't even know your own films.
So many. It sucks.
I was going to say you have like dozens and dozens.
I should have been prepared. Like, I usually carry a list in my wallet, and I didn't today.
Just in case somebody asks.
Polaroids of film work.
We've all seen the Polaroids, yeah.
No, you haven't all seen the Polaroids. Fortunately.
Which is it's fortunate. What else have you guys done?
Like recently, or what have we done recently?
Well, we've been trying to work on something for our YouTube channel. Just small skits and everything that we could try to do weekly. So we try to do humor a lot of times. So we have my name's Inti Chabert, as everyone seems to know, and it's kind of a unique name, but that brings a lot of problems. So we're trying to create a skit based off of that. How people tend to ask you over and over where your name comes from, or how hitting on a girl that can be complicated as well. So
You're like, your name is Sherbert? No, it's Chabert.
that's exactly how it goes.
Really?
Yeah. Or hi, my name's Inti. Can I buy you a drink? Andy, Inti. Can I buy you a drink? No.
You get used to it.
That's like a short name. It's like 2 words, N and T.
What's your real name, Inti? What's it short
Andy.
for? Nothing.
You should come up with something that it's short for. It'd be funny.
I've told somebody once, actually, true story. They asked me what my name was short for. I said it's short for Jonathan, and they believed me just right off the bat. They just went, "Oh, okay," and that was the end of the conversation.
You're like, we don't like the name Jonathan anyway, so I would change it.
You tell them it's short for International Man of Mystery.
With a speech impediment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll have to use that one.
That's copyrighted.
I say intimate or
Ooh,
intelligent.
nice.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'd buy you a drink.
All right, so he would.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
So for this guerrilla film competition, are you guys going kind of how horror are you going? Are you guys going to go gruesome with it? Or are you going to go funny with it? What are you guys going to go with it?
Honestly, with this turnaround, I guess we're kind of looking very horror and very serious. We just kind of want to do a little change.
Bit of a thriller aspect, which I think we tend to actually do decent with if we write it correctly. So.
So not as much as the swinging and the what was that one you did with the swing?
I think we named it Drop the Beat.
Drop the beat. Yeah, that's what it was. Peter was a big fan.
Yeah.
I won't be playing a 8-year-old
Again.
with a mustache held back this time around. No,
Getting a wedgie, as it were,
giving and getting.
which is the only way I like to do things. So you guys are gonna go serious horror with this.
Yep.
With a wedgie, yeah.
With no wedgies.
No wedgie.
No little kids.
No little kids. I think it's a little too much for it.
It can be difficult at times working with children, so we just try not to believe.
Yeah,
that
tell
they
me about
exist.
Awkward silence.
Sheldon knows. Sheldon knows.
I know how to work with the kids. It can be rough, but sometimes you can get something really good from them, and then other times they're just flat, and then they don't want to perform. You know, they get camera shy. You know, the kids are.
Yeah.
Same with dogs.
My wife said if I killed my children in this movie, she'd kill me. So
So no go on that.
And
Save
was
that
only
for the
script that we
sequel.
were going to write. So,
You just start crumpling all your papers like, oh well, let's not go for that.
well, it's funny because he's like, I'll die. He's so excited. And that's a 5-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are we gonna see some blood?
Yes. He's
Really?
some blood.
Now it's not just chocolate blood; it's real blood.
It's gonna be real blood. I'm so glad you remember the chocolate blood.
I love that. For sweets for my sweet. Sweets for the sweet. What is it?
commonly referred to as sweets for my sweet, but yeah, sweets for the sweet.
Yeah, sweet for the sweets. No, sweets for the sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's very cerebral, you know, so that's how you get the confusion as to the pronunciation.
Very cerebral. I love your movies. I think they're hilarious. Where does one go to find your movies?
Well, you can find them on YouTube if you look up Kairos Infinite, which is Kairos, second word infinite, and you should find all our stuff. Or you can search Inti, Chabert, or Christian Navarrette as well.
I don't know how to spell anything you just said. I don't know how to spell
Yeah, could
any
you
of
not
that.
use big words, please?
Hard thing. Like if people knew how to spell, we'd probably have more hits.
Yeah, just look up Inti Chabert. Anything else? Yeah, Christian Navarrette.
If you look up Sorbet or Sherbert, I think you'll find it.
Sorbet.
It's Christian like the religion, and then Navarrete or Navarrette with 2 R's.
Are you taking notes?
I am. I've written this all down.
Yeah, at least like 9 R's and like 7 T's.
Oh, see, that's my problem. I keep putting 10 in there.
All right, so you got your own YouTube channel, and then you've got your own Facebook, right?
Yes, we do. You can find Kairos Infinite on Facebook as well. And we kind of do a mixture. For me, my film company is called Kairos Infinite Productions. And for Christian, who I always work with, is Off Topic Productions. And so it's kind of just all on one page.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I need to visit. How many videos do you have on your YouTube?
I think we're getting into the 20s right now.
Ooh, Peter, 20s.
Whoa.
That is pretty impressive.
That is impressive. Of course, I can't name more than 3 of them, but, you know.
Because of the spelling.
It's the spelling, Peter.
Yes.
It's the spelling. We're not as educated as maybe you.
What?
In those. We have got Bernie is listening to the show today.
Oh, nice.
Everyone say hi to Bernie.
Hello, Bernie.
Hi, Bernie, sexy girl.
Oh. You know what? My dad. I was working with my dad this morning. He wanted me to ask you guys a question, and he's like, "This question will determine your kind of who you are." And it's a very easy question.
This is a make or break question, then.
It is, yeah. What's your favorite romantic movie? Inti. Think about this.
When Harry Met Sally.
Really? Is that so?
It is. I actually when I ever do feel depressed, which isn't very often, my wife knows already, and she'll actually have it popped into the DVD.
Oh.
And we'll just watch it. That's just amazing stuff. It's
there's a Sheldon in that movie. I think it's her lawyer. I remember her talking.
Sheldon is sexy.
Yeah, it's they have this riff in that movie, which is really funny. They're talking about like Sheldon, who could have sex with a Sheldon, and she was going on, and I always hate that little riff. I'm like, Sheldon is such a wussy name, and she was going on. Have you watched this part?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's vividly. Oh, Sheldon, who could love that?
I'm kind of a sucker for Moulin Rouge. I like that everyone has to sing because they're so just filled with whatever feelings they're feeling right now, and they're so in love. I think you hear the word love like 21 times in the film, if not more.
You know, I'm man enough to admit I went to see that movie twice in its opening weekend.
It's a good one, and
I
there's a
thoroughly
Christian
enjoyed it.
in that movie.
There's
a Sheldon in that movie too, isn't
Maybe a
there?
Scientologist as well.
One of the midgets that are playing in the.
Turner and Hooch is another good romantic comedy. I think. Yeah.
Commando.
My dad.
Yeah.
One of my dad's favorite is Gladiator.
Wait, Gladiator.
Not the porno. The real.
That is a good one.
No, it's a.
The director's cut is much better. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
But he loves Serendipity. He loves all those cheesy ones. But he's always asking people, or like every time he meets somebody new. So what's your favorite? And he also loves Casablanca, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Really.
I'm an absolute
I've
sucker.
never seen Casablanca.
Really,
Yeah,
Christian?
my dad's a big fan of it. I just never sat and watched it.
Honestly, I think when I watch Casablanca, I'm like, this is the perfect movie. Like they did everything right in this movie. There's not a scene that doesn't look fabulous. There's some. I don't want to go on a rant about Casablanca, but there's some scenes that are very just like dark room kind of scenes that just seem so beautifully lit. The way I think it was just, oh my gosh,
Perfectly cast,
perfectly lit. The direction is great, and the emotion is so there. And I love the ending. I'm not going to give it away for you, Christian, but the ending is just so
There's a big ship and an iceberg involved, Sheldon. We don't.
It's the start of a beautiful friendship,
It is.
and I love that. It's one of my favorites.
The casino based off of the movie is also a great place to visit.
Is that really?
In
If any of you have been to Mesquite, there's a casino there named after the movie, and it's
Has nothing to do with the film.
Nothing at all.
Now, if we're talking about also throwing in there unorthodox love stories, I have to throw back in and actually come back around David Fincher's Fight Club. I love that for many reasons because it does have that great weird love story, but also it was me and my wife's first date. Really? And fortunately, I missed most of that movie, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you mean.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You were buying concessions, I assume.
It was really long, that's why.
I'm just wondering why you're seeing anybody else. That's
The first rule about Fight Club.
Nobody talks about it.
We don't talk about it.
because you didn't watch it.
Not the first time.
But the second time you loved it, though.
I loved it the second time.
I mean, the first time you really loved it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
zing! Do you guys have a movie coming out soon that you're really looking forward to?
Interstellar. I love Christopher Nolan. I love his work, and the trailers just look amazing for it.
Totally love anything Christopher Nolan. I mean, except for Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, that was. Wah, wah.
I guess Avengers 2, just because I'm a comic book nerd and I love.
What's Avengers 2 called?
Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you didn't know, then you're not looking forward to it. I don't know, Avengers 2. You know, the
Is
second one?
nobody looking forward to Batman
They're
versus
doing
Superman?
number 2. That's. I don't know. Joss Whedon's always keeping us on our toes. We don't know.
Man, I just love him.
I love his writing.
I'm looking forward to the next Hobbit coming out this December.
That's gonna be my 10-year-old's actually is a big fan, so he's kind of dragged me to the first one, and after that I had to drag him to the second one, and so I guess we'll be dragging each other to the third one.
Sounds good. There'll be a lot of dragging going on. All right. Anything else from you, Peter?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I am so glad you guys came into the studio. Once again, tell us how to watch your movies, how to reach you.
You can find us on Facebook at Kairos Infinite, which is Kairos Infinite, or on YouTube under the same name.
That last name is Navarrete. Navarrete.
That's Christian Navarrette and Inti Chabert in the studio today. Thank you so much for coming in, telling us about your production company, your movies, and also your gorilla short that you're working on. Thank you so much. This is really fun to hang out with you guys.
Thanks for having us, Sheldon.
I can't wait to see those movies that you've made that I'm in. That's all.
Yes. One of these days. Let's listen to Hall & Oates is one of their creepiest songs they ever recorded. Private Eyes.
Mr. Burgundy, you are acting like a baby.
I'm not a baby, I'm a man. I am an anchor man.
You are not a man. You are a big fat joke.
I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal and brawn. That's what kind of man I am. You're just a woman with a small brain. With a brain a third the size of us. It's science.
There's something very important I forgot to tell you.
What?
Don't cross the streams. Why? It would be bad.
I'm fuzzy on the whole good-bad thing. What do you mean bad?
Try to imagine all life as you know it stopping instantaneously and every molecule in your body exploding at the speed of light.
Total protonic reversal. Right, that's bad. Okay. All right, important safety tip. Thanks, Egon.
That was a very important safety tip.
Yeah, never cross the streams is how I wind up on crutches, really. Learn from me, kids.
Reminds me of when I was a little boy. Never cross
I
the
have
streams.
no idea what you're talking about.
Never cross the streams. You know what that sound means. That means we're going into the top 10.
We are.
Top 10, top 5.
No, let's do them all.
Let's do all five.
That's
Let's all
just how
do
we
10.
roll.
Let's talk about the box office.
Yes.
Shall we, Peter? The box office was...
let's do that.
It's picking up. The box office is picking up, finally, Peter.
It is.
People are finally watching movies.
It was a very good week for a couple of films.
Yes.
One of them deserved to do well. The other one, not so much.
They were neck to neck.
They were. Annabelle was out ahead on Friday, but horror movies tend to be front-loaded. People run out and see them
Right.
Friday, and then Gone Girl.
And they drop. Usually horror movies, the weekend, awesome.
Especially when they suck. So I'm predicting that Annabelle will drop like the proverbial stone.
Having seen Annabelle myself, I'm going to say that it's going to drop.
But let's see. No Good Deeds is still hanging in there.
Oh, good.
2.5 million, 50.1 million in 4 weeks. Guardians of the Galaxy still clinging into the top 10. 3 million.
What number is that?
Number 9.
Number 9 is Guardians. That's good.
323 million.
Nice.
Now in
wow. Making dough.
10 weeks. Dolphin Tale 2. Sadly, I have not yet seen Dolphin Tale 2.
But it's on his list.
But I haven't seen Dolphin Tale, and I don't want to miss out.
You don't want to be left behind.
No, I want to make sure that, because this is like Lord of the Rings, this is like the Dolphin trilogy,
Yes.
so I want to make sure that I'm getting the full Dolphin Tale. 3.5 million, 37.9 million. This is where I leave you. 4 million, 29 million. Nicolas Cage's latest. How this didn't go straight to video is amazing. Nicolas Cage's career is now at a point where he's starring in remakes of Kirk Cameron movies.
Wow.
This was a remake of Left Behind. 6.8 million.
Okay.
The Maze Runner ran up 12 million, 73.9 million. The Box Trolls. 12.4, 32.5 million. The Equalizer came in at number 3. 19 million, 64.5. A sequel already being written. Annabelle came in at number 2. There was only a few 100,000 in it between the top two. 37.2 million. And Gone Girl. David Fincher's biggest opening weekend for any film he's directed thus far. 38 million.
Wow.
In its first week.
Gone Girl, number 1 at the box office right now. Neck to neck. with
Deservedly
Annabelle.
so, in my humble opinion.
I think so, too. Having watched both of those films, Annabelle is kind of a stinker. Gone Girl is one to watch.
I was reading that, of course, this is supposed to be a spin-off to The Conjuring.
The Conjuring, yes.
And the sequel is...
Having watched The Conjuring, I don't...
Didn't conjure up any desire for me to see...
No, not at all.
They are working on an official sequel to The Conjuring, but there's some legal issues as to the rights right now. So Annabelle is supposed to be taking up the slack.
They didn't want to spend too much money on that script.
No, Patrick Wilson costs a fortune these days.
Yes, he does.
After The Watchmen.
After, what's that other scary movie he was in? Insidious.
Mm-hmm.
Which I really liked. I think
I didn't bother with Chapter 2 because I kind of got the gist of it with the first one.
Right.
But I did enjoy the first one.
Well, how can you not? I thought it just scared the daylights out of me. And I took my brother Tom, who is he cannot handle scary movies.
No, he
at
cannot.
all. Not at all.
No.
And I drug him to that. I don't know how. But
Did you get him drunk? Or
and he ended up at one point he jumped up so high. He actually stepped on someone's toe sitting next to him.
Wow.
Some girl we didn't even know. She was wearing sandals.
They're dating now.
And I think it hurt her really bad. And the whole movie's just like crying. She's like, he stepped on my toes. And we still talk about that story.
I think I heard it last Sunday. Yeah.
Did you? Yes.
Yeah, he was sharing that story last Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, good times. Good times. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another guest in the studio. We are very excited.
Very excited.
To have Sandi Catten. Catten? Oh, really? Oh, Kate was right. I'm like, it's Catten. She's like, no, I think it's Catten. I'm like, nah, it's Catten. It sounds more exotic that way. Come sit over here, Sandi. We have to share this microphone. Sandi, I'm so glad you came to the studio. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
Isn't she just so exciting?
I know. You can't help but be in a good mood
She
when
walks into
Sandi
the room
Catten is in the studio. Really?
What is it? Catten.
Catten.
It's really easy.
Catten, yes.
I like Catan. I might go with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you have to say Catan.
Catan.
Yeah, this is very exotic.
Yes.
Very good. Sandi worked. Peter, do you know who Sandi is?
Oh yeah,
She worked.
She was the clapper for.
They call me Slave Girl.
Slave
Whoa. Girl.
What kind of production was
We called her
this?
Slate Girl.
Slate Girl. Okay. All right. Let's just be
She
clear.
worked the slate.
Yes. Okay.
The
What you do in your own time is none of my
He's
concern.
lying. They called me Slave Girl.
well, we called her Slave Girl and Slate Girl.
Yes.
And the Clapper Girl for other reasons. So on Dan Fawkes' new movie, The Tale Told Heart.
Yes.
If you want to see The Tale Told Heart, we are showing it at Cinema 6 at 7 o'clock on the 17th.
On the 17th.
Are you going to be there, Sandi?
Yes, I'm going to be there with my whole family.
Oh, nice.
Be there.
Am I going to be there?
Are you going to be there?
I'm the star of the show.
Oh, so you have to be there.
I'm coming in costume.
Well, I might as well.
with my gap between my teeth and everything.
And I'll bring the clapper.
And she'll bring the clapper.
I'll bring the fog machine.
It's a party.
That's a party.
Ooh, we should have the fog machine.
We should.
That should
Oh,
be-
you gotta have the fog machine by the entrance.
Oh
you know,
my gosh, yeah. So people
Pay a
walk
little
in and it gives that
ambiance.
So the ambiance. Yeah, I totally agree. We're gonna have the clapper, the fog machine, the gap. We're gonna have it. we're
Yeah,
gonna have
somebody
it all.
fill that up. Yeah.
Everybody in character.
Right.
I love it. I'm really excited for that. So tell us about the experience of working with Dan and the rest of us on Tale Told Heart.
Oh my God, it was so much fun. I can't begin to tell you like how exciting it was to watch everybody and their just creative minds come together and create this project. It was just a really cool thing to be a part of, and watch these amazing minds just come up with this film. I mean, I don't know. It was the best thing I've ever done so far. So outside of my children, and then the movie, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Now this isn't your first rodeo, is it?
Film, yeah.
This is your first film.
Yeah, theater I've done a little bit of, but nope, this is my first film.
What kind of theater have you done?
Just a few plays throughout my life.
Yeah.
Here and there. The last one I just did the Dickens Festival last year, just to kind of overcome stage fright because I started developing fears after having children. I think all moms can agree with that one.
What was it like getting back to walking the boards, as it were?
It was really cool. It was easy. I mean, there was times where I got a little scared, but I mean, who doesn't?
I'm terrified right now. Yeah, really.
Me too. That was great.
Well, I think did you have like speaking lines and all that?
No, I was one of the singers, so it was ensemble, so.
Singing is very important.
Nice.
It's fun.
Well, I can do it a little bit. My daughter can do it a lot. So next time, hopefully, we can get her in here and have her singing for you.
How
guys.
long have you been singing?
I haven't been singing ever, really. Just kind of got.
You just thought, I'll give this
Yeah,
a
you
whirl,
know.
and you got up on stage and belted it out.
Exactly.
Nice.
They just liked me for some reason.
I have no idea.
Can't think why.
There's no
It's
reason at all.
complete
Right
right
over
over
my
my head. Yeah.
No, my daughter's the singer of the family, so.
Well, I've heard your daughter singing. We gotta have her on the show.
We do. Apparently, she sings one of the songs from The Hobbit. Is that right?
Yes, she sings Ed Sheeran's "I See Fire."
We need
Well, she
that.
just started working on it, so.
Very nice. We need to have her on the show for that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a cappella. She sings a lot of her
Probably
stuff.
bring a tear to my eye.
Yeah, you probably will cry. We're gonna make sure you cry.
We will make sure you cry. I'm bringing tear
It's usually
gas.
how I start every morning. Really,
So she's practicing right now, so her performance will be flawless by the time she gets on the show.
I hope so. She runs her fingers through her hair a lot when
As
she
do
gets
I.
nervous.
As do I.
She'll pause. Yeah, but no, she's doing great. It sounds beautiful.
Well, I'm excited to get her in the studio.
And what was it like? Did you get clapped out, so to speak?
No, no. Are you kidding me? There was one night we were there at the shooting until 6 in the morning, and I think I had the rest of the energy. I mean, at that point, I was pretty much ready for bed. But seriously, they were like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Honestly, Peter, I don't know how we would have survived that morning if Sandy wasn't there. She was the only one with energy. We were just kind of like action, and she came over here, scene 1, take 4,
What's the secret? A lot of red vines, a lot of energy drinks, or what keeps you going at
For me, it's just what do they call that? ADHD. It's just hyperactivity. That's all. That's all I need. No coffee for me.
She natural. It's all natural.
It's all natural. It's all natural. Sometimes I think people wonder, but that's all right.
It doesn't matter what other people.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Now, you've kind of been around the film industry for a long time. This is what's very fascinating about you. Is you were in California. You've been in Hollywood. You've been around. The action.
Yes, a little bit. I mean, I've had friends that have been in the industry that I still have friends that are in the industry. I kind of just never felt like I don't know. Just I was afraid to get involved with it for some reason, and I don't know why, but because it was just amazing and. Obviously there's a ton to learn, and I just want to learn as much as I can and soak it all up. But yeah, I've had friends do Underworld, and I've had friends do just some different sitcoms throughout TV, and so yeah, I've seen stuff. Had friends in the industry, just never did it myself. So we'll see.
So have you been on some of these sets?
No.
You didn't get to hang with
I went to a lot of parties.
well, there you go. Yeah.
She only hit the after parties.
Exactly.
The
Which is
rap
what-
parties,
Who
after
cares
parties,
what goes on set? It's all about
premieres.
the right.
She,
Backstage.
wherever there was an open bar, there she was.
Exactly. No work for me, just the drinks.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, we know.
But have you seen any movies lately?
At the theater? No, but the thing that's funny about you guys talking about that Annabelle, is that the Raggedy Ann doll?
Yeah.
Yeah, that freaked me out a little bit because I just read the story about that the other day, and I don't like horror films. I think the last horror film I saw was either The Grudge or The Ring, and my lights were on for about 4 months afterwards. So I don't do horror films very well. I was ready to cry when the old man died in A Tale Told Heart. So I mean,
Don't give it away.
Yeah.
well, if you don't know that story, then something's wrong.
But it's all right because they revive him with a couple of paddles and
Clear.
Yeah.
It's all is well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not a horror film girl, but
Well, then don't see Annabelle because it's kind of freaky.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
It's
Dolls-
horrific in all the wrong ways.
The doll they have in Annabelle is the creepiest looking doll. I'm like, nobody in their right mind would collect dolls like this and display it like next to your baby's carriage. I mean, it is the creepiest doll. This big ceramic doll with this face with the black eyes. It's just terrible.
Well, the original is just a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had to make it all
But now
creepy and big.
Raggedy Ann is just spooky too, so it doesn't matter.
I think
Horror movies have ruined everything.
They have.
Clowns, dolls, midgets. I mean, they've ruined everything for me.
Little people is the preferred term.
I'm sorry.
There is going to be a convict clown this year. I said, you know what? If you really want to scare grown men, just dress up as a clown, and he's going to be a scary one, so we can have him come to your house and scare
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
You know what I learned the hard way? Clowns after midnight are not funny.
Clowns in the window.
Yeah.
Not funny at all.
You know what they need? They need sort of a franchise crossover. We need Annabelle versus Chucky or something.
Yeah,
a
the
doll
dolls.
throwdown. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Okay, we'll get Michael Bay.
Get Michael Bay on that. Yeah.
That sounds like right up his alley. So that works out great. My dad wants me to ask you what your favorite romantic movie is.
Oh my gosh. Pride and Prejudice.
Really?
Yeah.
Pride and Prejudice. Now, which one's that? That's the one with Keira Knightley's in
Keira
that one?
Knightley is
Okay,
the
yeah, I know
one
that
I
one.
like. Yeah.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've watched it about 200 times or so.
My dad says you can tell a lot about a person by the romantic movie that they pick. So I want.
Mine is Die Hard.
It's funny you say that. I was going to say something about Die Hard. That's funny. Die Hard is very romantic.
Very
movie,
romantic. He's out to save his wife.
Everything he does that day is to save his wife.
Yeah.
If his wife wasn't a part of, I think he would have been gone. He'd been out of there.
Yeah.
He would have jumped in that limo and took off.
I agree. And you do realize that my unmarried name, what do you call that?
Maiden name?
Maiden name, yeah, is McLean. So we're related. I'm
Wow.
related to Joe.
That is cosmic.
I know. It's crazy. I know. I told him, I said, go for it, because that's going to be great.
Mine
romance.
was Reginald Vell Johnson, strangely enough. Unbelievable, I know.
Mine's Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's really crazy.
And, which allows me to segue into a brief news bit.
Yes.
A Baywatch movie is on the way.
Have you heard about this?
Oh, God, please don't.
Starring. Apparently, they're going to get Hasselhoff back into the Speedos. That is a sign of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse racing ever closer. But Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Hasselhoff teaming up for a Baywatch movie.
So is just Dwayne getting desperate now, too?
I wouldn't think Dwayne would need this gig.
Yeah. Is it going straight to DVD?
It's got to go straight. It's got to go straight to Netflix or something. I mean, is there really an audience hankering for this film?
Let's put all the women back in those red bathing suits and see what they look like now.
Let's do that.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, but
Only a few of them, and only if they've been visiting the gym recently.
and if not, we can just laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing what they can do with CGI.
That's very
You
true.
know, they could just.
Very true.
Yeah.
But
Um,
straight to DVD. I wonder if he lost a bet or something.
He must. Yeah, somebody must have photos of him somewhere because I cannot understand why he's signed on for this. I mean, isn't there another Hercules movie or?
Hercules 2. No, doesn't he die? Doesn't Hercules die in I don't know. We never watched Hercules, but I assumed that he died. Did you watch Hercules?
No, I didn't. I didn't see that one. I wanted to see that one. Was it good? Did
You
see
wanted
it?
to see that?
Did you?
We didn't want to see
The
it.
big lion.
The big lion.
The big
yes.
lion, yeah, that he wears. Yeah.
I think that one looked like it might have been pretty good.
Is it just because The Rock was in it?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, and Eye Candy's always good. He's got muscles.
Go on.
The lion was fake.
Yes, I think you're right. I think that was all digital or whatnot. But what else do we have in the news, Peter?
Twin Peaks is coming back to television.
Twin Peaks. Did you ever watch Twin Peaks?
No, but Laura Flynn Boyle made a pass at me once.
She's made a pass at everybody.
Go on.
Who hasn't Laura Flynn Boyle made a pass
That was
at?
when she was pretty.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Oh shit! Have you seen? Have you seen the work this woman has had done? You
man.
could use her lips as a trampoline. It's not for me to judge, but
See, I don't feel bad anymore. Thank you, Peter.
no, she has wrecked herself. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
she used to be a very attractive woman.
Gorgeous, yeah.
But she has gone too far. My father used to say back when he was talking to me, the secret is knowing when to stop.
Yeah.
And she should have stopped with the surgery a long time ago.
We were actually at the Rainbow Room when I met her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go on.
I've had many parties at that restaurant/bar. It was fun.
All right. Twin Peaks coming back.
Yeah.
And is that going to Netflix or is that going straight to DVD?
It's going to Showtime.
Going to Showtime.
Yeah.
So they might just do a good job. Who knows? You know, Showtime's produced a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it should be solid. I think Lynch is involved, and Frost. Producer. What's the chap's first name?
I don't know.
Mark Frost. Creator.
Oh, Mark Frost. Yeah,
Yeah.
the creator. Very good. All right. My computer's frozen, so I can't look up anything.
Kyle MacLachlan is currently sitting by the phone waiting for it to ring.
I'm sure he is.
Agent Cooper coming back.
I never watched. I watched a few, but I didn't.
My brother was thoroughly into that show.
Was he really?
I didn't get it, except for the cherry scene. That I thoroughly got. The rest was like...
Well. What's coming out this weekend?
Let's see what we have ahead for the
I'm kind of
weekend.
curious because I know Gone Girl was coming out,
Yeah.
and then after that, I felt like
The Judge.
oh, that's this weekend.
We got The Judge right around the corner.
Oh, have you seen trailers of that?
No.
Robert Downey Jr.
No,
Robert
but
Duvall.
I'll see it because he's in it.
Billy Bob Thornton sobered up enough to be in this one too. So that should be an interesting trifecta on the screen there. Downey and Duvall and Billy Bob. We've also got the latest from Steve Carell, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day.
Oh, that's this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's supposed to be big.
And
Yes.
oh, I can barely contain my enthusiasm
Oh
for
boy,
this.
this
Let
is
me
a
tell
good
you.
one, I'm sure.
Dracula Untold.
That's this weekend.
Yeah!
Oh, we're so there. Or what we
They PG-13 did.
or what we like to call I Dracula.
Yeah. Oh.
To in the same stream as I Frankenstein.
Which, not only, in my opinion, was the worst film hands down of last year, but of any year.
Wow.
So wait a minute. Were you being facetious just now when you said you wanted to see Dracula?
I'll go and see it.
You thought he was serious.
Totally excited because you know what? I never post movies on Facebook, and that's the one I'm waiting for.
Really?
Yeah. So
I
it
love.
better be good.
I
I'm
love
gonna go beat
Dracula
somebody up.
movies. I love vampires as long as they don't sparkle.
We have found the demographic for that movie.
Yeah.
Right here.
Sandy is the demographic, so we know it'll make $5. All right.
As long as they don't.
All
sparkle.
gravy after that. Yeah.
It looks good. Come on.
Really, Sandy?
Come on. Oh my
No,
God.
no. Really, Sandy?
The guy is cute.
Yeah.
Then it's gotta be good,
Yeah.
Peter. The guy is
He was in Fast and Furious 7. How bad could it be?
gotta be good.
He was in Desolation of Smaug.
Smaug.
He's good with a bow and arrow. Yeah, Luke Evans is having quite a role right now.
Is that his name?
Yeah, he was in the last Fast and Furious movie. He was in the most recent Hobbit film. He's back for the next one, Battle of the Five Armies, and he's going to be headlining the Crow reboot.
I'd see that.
Luke Evans is Eric Draven.
Watch, it's going to be great, and you're going to regret everything that you
I did. Not many people went to see the movie, but I did enjoy him in John Cusack's The Raven. Did you see
No,
that?
I didn't see that.
He was played second fiddle in that movie, but he was very good in that.
See? So there's potential for him.
There is potential as far as his performance. Yeah. I just don't hold out a lot of hope for the movie. I love vampire movies.
Yeah.
I'm all up in the vampire werewolf movie thing, but this...
Why? Okay, so why? I mean, you've seen the trailer. How can you guess that?
Well, first of all, certain film genre types need to inherently be certain classifications, in my opinion. Vampire movies should inherently be R-rated. They suck blood, they bite necks, they're violent. They don't sparkle.
And they should be very sexual.
Exactly. They don't walk around in shampoo commercials. They're creatures of the night. They're bloodsuckers.
Yeah.
So I was rather disappointed when I learned that they had PG-13 did, because it's obviously going to be a watered-down Dracula story.
It's for the tweeners.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
We're talking about Vlad the Impaler.
That's the demographic, yeah.
He went around
tweeners
impaling.
and also Sandy.
Yeah.
Sandy.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
You can go with your daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. She would have seen it
If she wasn't grounded. You know what you did.
For a very long time. You will never see another movie again.
The handcuffs are waiting on your posts.
I'm not really sure where to go with that.
All right, well, on that note,
Yes,
actually,
I think we should wrap up the show.
man, every
Cut to commercial.
I just want to thank you, Sandy, for coming on the show. It's always a pleasure to see you. Man, we were going to talk about more movies we were going to be making. Peter and I are going to be making a horror movie called Crutches, starring Peter.
And who's the clapper?
And you're going to be the clapper. We just need to find a clapper.
Yeah, we don't have the budget for a clapper.
clapper.
So what you're gonna have to do is
I'll buy it.
Oh, she really wants to be a clapper.
nice, because all our budget went to the fog machine.
I think that I prefer the name Slave Girl better than clapper.
Well, yes.
We all do.
We all prefer that.
Yes.
But this is radio, Sandy. We can't say slave girl too many times.
No.
They're listening. And you can listen every Monday from noon to 1 to the Local Celebrity Show with your host, local celebrity Sheldon Demke, where we dive into the world of film with my sidekick, Peter Gunn from The Peter Gunn Show. You can hear Peter Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 5 to 7. He's rocking it, don't you, Peter?
Oh, I'd blow it up. But
yes, he does.
Yeah, please tune in. I really need the listeners. Thank you.
Good thing his cat knows how to work the radio.
Yes.
So he has one.
I have one. I can build on that.
You can move on that.
Yes.